Audio syncing. For those of you who are not familiar with my personal life, I have a twin brother. This is not a mirror image and some weird optical illusion that we are using. This is my twin brother, Father Omar Fernandez. Omar, welcome to the channel.
Been here before, in case you forgot.
Yeah, no one remembers you, but some people are asking on Instagram stories. You have a very forgettable face.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like a riddle, impossible lame. Faking beauty to stay in the game. Bad writing, cover the walls. Guess I'm lucky if I live till fall.
We ended up leaving Mumbai at...
No. We were supposed to leave at 5:30. You got up at 5:20, and then with your adjustment to the saddlebags and everything, we left at about 6:35.
Oh, you kept track of it?
Yeah. No, you had to put your makeup and wash your face with that Garnier. I'm surprised
Tide.
you not got that as your sponsor or something. So a lot of beauty products
Why are
used
you doing
in the build up to this. No, let people know the truth now. Because eventually I'm going to say we reached late because I was riding slow. The fact of the matter is 6:35 we left and then we got caught in traffic and you started pointing fingers about me not being able to overtake and all. But you would not have that traffic if you had left at 5:30 in the morning. Alright. Continue.
Bas dosi So we're starting the ride now here at the HP petrol pump. Omar's getting the Interceptor fueled up over there. I've got the Trident over here. We left a little later than we would have liked to, mainly because the Trident isn't an easy motorcycle to mount luggage on, especially when it comes to saddlebags. These kind of motorcycles with a single seat setup, it's usually very tough to mount saddlebags. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Yeah, so this isn't the first time that we are riding together. It's the first time I'm riding for a trip which is this long. We've been to Lonavala, I think, a couple of times together, but never a road trip this long. The purpose of today's ride is pretty simple. Our friend Ishan is getting married to Dion in Goa, and Omar, who's a priest, will be celebrating the Mass. We'll be attending it on Sunday. If we're able to make it in time, we'll be attending the Sangeet today as well.
Later.
Alright, we're going to experience Amboli Ghat in a night now. I think I'm going to need prayers or a priest. Fortunately, I have both of those with me. Triumph Motorcycles India were kind enough to lend me their Triumph Trident for this ride. And Royal Enfield India were kind enough to lend me a second motorcycle, the Royal Enfield Interceptor Mark II. So with both motorcycles being more than 600cc, this should be a quick ride. But again, like I said, Omar's been to Goa just once by road, so I'm not gonna push him beyond his abilities. Should always be as fast as the slowest member of your group. Alright, we finally made it past the JNPT flyover. We're now Lonavala bound. Should take us a couple of hours to get there. I think we're doing speeds of around 80, 90 on these highways. Still haven't reached the real open roads. I mean, this of course is an exception, but once we reach Kolhapur, I'm guessing things would get a little faster than what they are currently. And by then I think Omar should be used to the motorcycle enough to be able to open the throttle a little more. That Interceptor Mark II looks really nice, man, especially in that chrome colorway. The other color that I liked from it was the, I don't know what's the technical term they've used for it, or the marketing term rather, but it's a nice Smurfy kind of blue that they put on the tank. Metallic Smurfy blue is what I'll call it. Finally reached Kopoli. The Ghat section should start in a few seconds from now. And while I know the Trident would handle really well in those twisties, I'm curious to see what my brother's capable of in that section, because he looks to be getting a lot more comfortable with the bike. We were able to go a lot faster in these last few minutes, and I think he's got a little more in the tank when it comes to how much more he can push. But as always, I'll let him decide that. Yep, he reminded me of myself when I started riding motorcycles, especially around this section. I always used to hug the inner line like he did back there, and it comes naturally when you're new to motorcycling. It takes a while to get used to occupying a little more of the road just before you enter into the apex. Comes with experience, I guess. I think the best thing that happened to me was riding with a more experienced group of riders, the Brotherhood of Tourers. That's where I've made some of my best friends, actually. And when you get to see how the more experienced riders ride through these sections, the line they take into corners and whatnot, starts to give you an understanding of how you can improve yourself and become a better rider. Being a good rider, I think, is a very relative term, and it's something that you can always improve on. I remember being decently fast on the highway, and then when I went to the racetrack, I was just blown away. Then that gave me the opportunity to attend a few racing schools, Apex Racing Academy, then there was California Superbike School, and of course TVS's Media Championship and their level 1 certification too. So that was a really nice eye-opener for me about how I could become faster, but at the same time be a lot safer while riding motorcycles.
Once we crossed Lonavala, we came across a slight problem with the Interceptor. Now again, this is not a known fault with the Interceptor. At least I haven't seen issues like this happen with the motorcycle through forums and through other videos. But this was a one-off case, and we figured later that there was something missing in the motorcycle that caused that to happen. So we had to make a slight detour from our route and head over to, where was that? Do you remember the name of that showroom? The Royal Enfield service center we went to?
You might have it on the
I'd put it up on the screen, so we have a location for where we went. And the guys that were kind enough to try and work around some solution to get it to function. The media bike, when it was given, it had a makeshift bolt that was attached to the gear shifter. I'm not too sure if, I don't think the guys who handed it over had any clue about it. So as I kept shifting gears, eventually that bolt got unscrewed and it fell off. Luckily, both times when it fell off, we were able to find it on the road itself, which was very lucky. And the thing was, as we went to the service station at whichever place that was, the mechanic over there tried to make a makeshift cylinder by using 2 washers, which eventually failed again. And then we realized when we came over here to the Royal Enfield Cafe that the entire bolt had a cylinder on it, so that the gear shift would not unscrew the bolt while you make shifts. So that was the only issue that we faced, I think, on the entire ride with the bikes. At least the Interceptor. The suspension was fabulous even through Amboli Ghat, through treacherous conditions, even when there was gravel only, sometimes water as well. But the tires were good. The Seats performed really well, and also suspension-wise, there was no fatigue while riding. Yeah, so again, one of the other challenges apart from the bolt falling off is when we eventually went to put it back, the engine and the exhaust were hot, so it was a little tricky getting in there and trying to... Oh, tea has arrived.
Big thanks to Royal Enfield here in, where is this now? Wherever we are. And yeah, a shout out to the guys also. They were really friendly and helpful throughout our time over here. Now, next stop, Pune. Hopefully after Pune, we'll stop at McDonald's to catch some breakfast, or brunch rather at this point, because it's already 10 o'clock and I'm not really sure how Pune's traffic's going to treat us. But hey, it's better than sitting in an office, right? Well, we made it finally. This is the ride that we have to take to make it to Pune. It is starting to heat up right now. It's about 10:30, I think. Yeah, 10:26. A bit delayed, but we can make up time, I think, on this road because of the power that these 2 motorcycles make. Fuel up.
There is one church over here on the left. There is a name of it. It's a funny name.
Try Jesus Church. Give it a try, folks. Why not? Now, I've spoken about how I'm using the Castrol Power One Ultimate 15W50 oil on my KTM RC390, and coincidentally, Triumph uses Castrol's oil on their entire range of motorcycles in India. With higher capacity motorcycles like the Trident, ensuring that you select the right oil is critical. The service interval is 16,000 kilometers, and so the 5-in-1 fully synthetic formula plays a big role in ensuring that the engine is well protected, the temperature is maintained, that triple cylinder runs smoothly, and can deliver exceptional performance until the next service is due. The Triumph Trident uses a Castrol Power One Ultimate 10W50 oil in India. And if you're looking for the right oil to get the most out of your motorcycle, I recommend the Castrol Power One Ultimate oil. Alright, here we go, new cartridge tunnel. Insert cliche Bane lyrics from Batman here.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
People have only asked which bike yours is, but they are looking at the Interceptor. I don't know if it's a chrome.
I think it's a chrome. No, but it has a big Triumph slapped on the side, like so.
No, but
Asking that is kind of weird. Anyway, it's lunchtime. I'm putting Omar's Instagram handle on the screen as well right now. Go follow him and please send him weird DMs.
Net boss with a great bag. Came up, you can't hate that. Self-made, you can't take that. Yeah, self-made, you can't make that. Some said I need a record deal, I need a co-sign, I need a Dre track. But all the time I had a mean flow, I had a cold grind, and that's a great match. Payback, codes and I make racks. And my pockets gon' stay fat, cause I murk beats and I slap.